good day again, RGV. Today on Valuable to Vida, we're talking about lettuce and how it's actually pretty interesting of a food group. Now, we're also going to give you some tips on how to care for your furry family members this hot summer, plus how to relive your childhood through the world of comics. We've got all of that and more. This show starts right now. Hey there, and thanks again for joining us today. I'm your host, Danielle Banda. Now, a lot of us love to eat, right? I mean, we love our burgers, our enchiladas, our bagels, and more, but do we love our salads? I get it, okay? The healthy foods are sometimes the ones that we don't necessarily like to eat, but they can often taste great if you know how to whip it up. And lettuce and different salad mixtures, can really taste great and just help us, overall with our health. And so we dropped by one local shop to speak with an expert in the kitchen to find out more.
Our place is called Let Us Eat Salad, and it is a build-your-own salad wraps, and we also have coffee and desserts. So basically, I'm a registered dietitian and I love salads. And our first date was actually at a salad place. So we talked about it, and it's something that we've always wanted to do, kind of bring something new into Brownsville. So you walk in and you can build your own wrap, you can build your own salad. We have a lot of toppings to choose from. You can make it however you like, whatever you feel. If you don't like something, you don't have to add it. We also have coffees. So we are a build your own salad or wrap. We have a lot of toppings to choose from. You can build your salad however you like. We have a lot of toppings of protein too. We have crab, we have shrimp, we have chicken, tuna. Occasionally we have salmon. So we have some seasonal items. We're also adding soups. That's next to come on our menu.
All right, and since now you know just how great lettuce can taste in your meals, let's go ahead and tell you some other interesting things when it comes to this leafy food. All right, you guys, so according to wikifarmer.com, lettuce actually used to serve, pun intended, as a symbol of fertility for folks living in ancient Egypt times. Now, the site says that Augustus Caesar was known to have built a statue for lettuce in honor of it, and he apparently asserted that this particular leafy green veggie had helped him over just what was a serious illness, which is really interesting. I mean, it does have, again, a lot of health benefits. And then there's the fact that lettuce is actually closely related to other plants. The site says that its ties include the chrysanthemum, the sunflower, zinnia, and even dahlia. And it outlines that here in the United States, that lettuce was actually first introduced by someone that we remember quite well from our history books. We're talking about none other than Christopher Columbus. Yeah, apparently he first showed us Americans what life with lettuce looks like. And the site outlines that production for the product became popular across the globe after the country of China had produced over 50% of world lettuce production. It says that there are actually several different types of lettuce in the lettuce world, but that we mainly only see 4 main varieties of it in our grocery store shelves, including romaine lettuce and, of course, butterhead, iceberg, and green leaf, all of which are of course good and can easily adapt to the flavor or of different dressings, mixes, and sauces, which is really great. But as with any food, even if it's healthy, we've got to be careful about which ones we choose to consume. Lettuce, for example, can often have a weird reaction when stored with certain fruits in our refrigerators. The site says that this can really be harmful to our lettuce, so just try to avoid keeping apples and bananas away from any lettuce in there. It outlines that apparently these fruits can produce a certain chemical which can cause the gas to release and promote lettuce ripening. And it also says that romaine lettuce is really good just as a source of sleep potentiating material. So this means that there's a lot that we might not naturally know about or understand when it comes to just the different characteristics of lettuce, but I'd say it's a pretty good start. And of course, lettuce is really healthy, again, for all of our body in so many different ways. The site says that it's got different substances that can help to promote good eye health, for example, and that it can even help to prevent diabetes, which is incredible. Now, lettuce, of course, is about 90% water, and it doesn't have any harmful chemicals in it that would negatively affect our pets. So it's pretty cool that this is safe and healthy for our dogs too. The site says that romaine, arugula, and iceberg varieties specifically are just definitely acceptable for your pup. But of course, there are other things that can be harmful to our four-legged companions, like the heat. And we all know that it's pretty hot here in Texas. So we've got to learn to watch out for different signs, that maybe our pets are experiencing, for example, heat stroke. And we've got to learn to safely protect our furry friends during this time, as well as what we're feeding them, like lettuce. Plus, local shelters are, always in need because there's a capacity crisis at hand. And we went ahead and spoke with Carrie McKeel of Best Friends Animal Society to learn a little bit more about what we can do to help.
Content segments during Valley por Vida were paid for by Best Friends Animal Society.
Hi everybody, my name is Carrie McKeel. I'm with Best Friends Animal Society, and I'm excited to talk with you about some pet safety tips for this summer. So heat stroke can occur when an animal's temperature rises to critical level. Normal body temperature for dogs and cats range from about 100 degrees to 102.5 degrees. When a dog's temperature rises to about 108 and a cat to 106, they can suffer organ damage and even die. So signs to look for. Pets exhibiting signs of heat stroke may be distressed. They might be weak, panting. They might be breathing heavily. A lot of times they'll have like a dark purple colored tongue, and they could even vomit. So what to do if your pet is experiencing some of these signs? You want to move them out of the heat immediately. You want to cool the animal's ears, belly, and paw pads with cool but not freezing or icy water. Do not put an animal in cold water or cover him with cold water because that can actually lead to shock. Once the pet is stabilized, you want to take him to the veterinarian as soon as possible, because just because outwardly you might not be seeing any more signs of distress, there could be something going on internally that's not visible to you. So we are certainly in the dog days of summer as we see record temperatures across Texas. And just a few precautions can really keep your pet safe in the summer heat. One, you're going to want to keep your pets indoors during the day. It may sound obvious, but it's hottest outside when the sun is up. So quick walks and bathroom breaks are okay, but you really want to try to keep your pets in the shade. If pets do spend time outside during the day, you want to ensure that they have access to shade at all hours of the day. Dogs on tethers or on chains are especially vulnerable because they could become tangled in the tether, and then it prevents them from being out of reach of shade or water. You also want to be able to provide your pets with fresh, cool water at all times. During the heat of summer, water should be dumped and refilled often. Most dogs won't drink hot water no matter how thirsty they are. You also want to exercise your dogs during the cooler morning or evening hours, not in the intense afternoon heat. Dogs who are seniors, overweight, dogs that have thick fur, or pushed in noses like a boxer or pugs or Pekingese are often more at risk of overheating. And so you want to bring water for both you and your pet. Those collapsible bowls that you can find in pet supply stores are really great. And that way you can use it if there's like a water source on your route as you're walking. You also want to be aware of the temperature of the sidewalk, asphalt, sand, or even packed dirt. since the heat can cause burns to your pet's paw pads, even if they get too hot. Also, another thing to keep in mind is you really want to consult your veterinarian about whether your pet needs a pet-approved sunscreen on any exposed areas. Dogs with bald patches or minimal coats may need some sunscreen. And then finally, you never ever want to leave your pet in a parked car when the outside temperature is above 70 degrees. Not even with the windows partway down, not even in the shade, not even for a quick errand. Dogs and cats can't like humans cool themselves, so they pant to lower their body temperature. If they're inside a car recycling very hot air, panting gives no relief, and they become at an increased risk for heat stroke, or they could even die very quickly. So don't ever leave your pet in a car if the temperature is above 70 degrees. So bottom line, all of this said, if it's too hot for us to stay comfortable in the car, in the yard, or even on a walk, it's even hotter for our pets because of their fur coats.
Content segments during Valley por Vida were paid for by Best Friends Animal Society.
And for more information on everything Carrie spoke about here, you can definitely follow Best Friends Animal Society on Facebook, Twitter, or of course, you can always visit her team's website at bestfriends.org. All right, so now we're going to give you a sec to soak in all that info for the benefit of your furry friends. But for now, let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. And then we're also going to look at your local weather updates so you can know how to prep your pet for the day. But stay tuned because Valley por Vida is going to be right back, and we'll have even more tips to help you care for your four-legged companions. But this time when it comes to, at-home grooming. Plus, we're talking comic books, comic items, and comic memorabilia. A lot of fun at a local comic shop and so much more. That's when we come back.